Welcome to Badasses. I'm your host, Kai Armstrong. Today on Badasses, imagine the roar of the crowd fading as the weight of gold crushes a champion, leaving him whispering, "Not good enough." Today, discover how even the brightest stars battle hidden demons, and how their struggles can illuminate your own path to finding joy beyond achievement, and how you can learn to reframe your own struggles. The harsh fluorescent lights of the Olympic Aquatic Center cast long shadows across Caeleb Dressel's face as he sits alone in the locker room, his gold medals feeling more like anchors than achievements. You might think 9 Olympic golds would bring peace. Instead, they've become weights, pulling him deeper into an abyss few can understand. His hands tremble as he holds a crumpled piece of paper, his race times from today's devastating 6th place finish in Paris. The distant roar of the crowd feels like mockery now. You've seen the highlight reels, Dressel exploding off the blocks like a missile, his powerful frame cutting through water with impossible precision, arms windmilling in perfect synchronization. The media called him the next Michael Phelps, America's newest swimming god. But gods don't cry alone in locker rooms. Gods don't battle panic attacks before races. Gods don't break. The pressure started early, in the chlorine-scented dawn of Florida pools. While other kids slept, young Caeleb was already churning through morning practice, his father's veterinary schedule allowing these pre-dawn sessions to become ritual. The water welcomed him differently than others. Where some fought against it, Dressel seemed to merge with it. His technique was unusual, drawing snickers from other swimmers, but in that oddness lay genius. By 18, he'd broken records that seemed unbreakable, becoming the first swimmer under 19 seconds in the 50-meter freestyle. College brought more accolades, 10 NCAA championships, each victory adding another brick to the wall of expectations. 20 hours of weekly training transformed his body into a precision instrument, but instruments can be played until they break. You recognize this path, don't you? The way success becomes not joy but relief from failure. The constant whisper that maybe this time you'll be exposed as a fraud. Rio 2016 brought his first Olympic golds, but they came with a price tag. Now he wasn't just competing, he was carrying the legacy of American swimming excellence. Every race became a referendum on his worthiness. The water, once his sanctuary, began feeling more like a prison. Tokyo should have been his crowning achievement. 5 gold medals, world records shattered, performances that defied physics and expectations alike. The world saw dominance. What they didn't see were the sleepless nights, the panic attacks, the moments when the weight of expectations felt like drowning on dry land. The cracks began showing after Tokyo. The relentless training schedule, the constant scrutiny, the pressure to be superhuman, it all exacted a toll no medal could compensate for. In quiet moments with his wife Megan, the facade crumbled. The world champion was drowning, not in water, but in expectations. Then came the moment that shocked the swimming world. At the height of his dominance, Dressel withdrew from the 2022 World Championships. The official statement cited medical reasons. The truth was both simpler and more complex. The machine had finally broken. The robotic precision, the unyielding standards, the constant pressure to be perfect, it all came crashing down. You know that moment, don't you? When the facade finally cracks, when the mask of invincibility slips, when you realize that being strong means admitting when you're weak. For Dressel, this wasn't just a pause in competition. It was a complete dismantling of everything he thought defined him. If you're enjoying Badasses, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Mental Fortitude Challenge. Explode your confidence by channeling strategies from Roosevelt, Bruce Lee, and more. Now back to the episode. For 9 months, Dressel stepped away from the spotlight. No competitions, no interviews, no pressure to be anyone's hero but his own. In this silence, something remarkable happened. He began to rediscover joy. Not the fleeting elation of victory, but the simple pleasure of being in the water. This revelation might sound familiar to you, that moment when you realize your achievements aren't your essence. The 2024 Paris Olympics weren't the triumphant return many expected. 6th place in the 50-meter freestyle, not qualifying for the 100-meter butterfly finals. By previous standards, it was a disaster, but watch closely, there's something different in Dressel's eyes now. The desperate hunger for validation is gone, replaced by something more valuable, peace. In the relay events, swimming with his team, Dressel found a new kind of victory. Not in the gold medals, though those came too, but in the shared journey, the collective effort, the joy of swimming not for himself but for others. The water welcomed him back, not as a god, but as a human being. Today, you'll find Dressel in a different role. Between his own training sessions, he mentors young swimmers. Not just about technique or speed, but about the importance of maintaining humanity in the pursuit of excellence. This is where Dressel's true legacy lies, not in the records or medals, but in showing that even champions can be vulnerable. That strength sometimes means stepping back. That success without joy is just another form of failure. Here's what Dressel's journey challenges you to consider. Where in your life have you become a machine? What passions have turned into prisons? His story isn't just about swimming, it's about the courage to be imperfect in a world demanding perfection. Remember that crumpled paper from the beginning. Dressel keeps it now, not as a reminder of failure, but as proof that sometimes our greatest victories come disguised as defeats. The real triumph isn't in never falling, but in rising again with a deeper understanding of who you are. The water still calls to Dressel every morning, but now he answers not as a champion seeking validation, but as a man who has found something more valuable than gold, the courage to be human. Perhaps that's the most important record he'll ever break. What machine-like pursuits in your life need dismantling? What joys have you sacrificed at the altar of perfection? Dressel's legacy isn't about swimming faster, it's about living fuller. The question isn't whether you can match his speed in the pool, but whether you can match his courage in choosing humanity over machinery. The real race isn't against the clock or competitors. It's against the voice telling you that being perfect is more important than being whole. Dressel won that race, will you? On the next episode of Badasses, Caeleb Dressel's story is a testament to the champion's spirit, a spirit forged in perseverance and faith. But what happens when that spirit faces not just personal demons, but systemic ones? What if the arena isn't just the pool, but a world riddled with prejudice and injustice? This week, we delve into the life of another champion, someone who embodies the very essence of fighting against adversity. Forget the water. This time, we step into the ring. Prepare to witness a journey of redemption, self-belief, and the unwavering pursuit of greatness against all odds. Trust me, you won't want to miss this knockout story. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, the 7-Day Mental Fortitude Challenge. What if 7 days could make you bulletproof? Steal confidence strategies from warriors, rebels, and icons who turned panic into power. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/BA. Thanks for watching.